Alrighty, we got a late start going, but well, let's try to at least get this rad in this sucker. Do something tonight. I'm gonna sit and clean out all this splits in here, and then I think I'm gonna open this up because I want to bolt the whole rad to the front of this face. So I don't. Well, there's holes in there. Maybe they'll line up. I don't know. But I got to get the drain. I got to get some room for that thing to fit in there. So I may as well just blow away a chunk of the front of this pan just to make life easy. So I got room to move the rad up there and stuff. It's kind of close. I guess if that dent was out, maybe I'd be okay. I don't know. Let's move that first. Maybe I got to do very little. I just got to make a drain hole over on the corner. Because here it looks okay. This side, not so much. But the only difference is there's this big dent in there. So let's deal with that. Well, I got the rad bolted in. Just got 4 bolts. So that part's in. I haven't blown out for that part for the drain yet. I had that other filler I had on the 55, but I don't know that I like it. It's not doing what I want it to do. I'll have to see if I have like a whoop-de hose to go around that I can get down to this filler. See if I can fumble something up. So I guess I could just as well use the original one. That one has an elbow, but it's kind of everything's wrong on it. I don't feel like re-welding it or doing anything, so I'll go grab some hoses out of the shed and see if I can come up with something usable on here. The other one I'm just gonna straight up plug, rubber hose to a plug. Same up here. I might solder on an end and actually run that purge valve or whatever you want to call it, that vent. The vent tube I might run over there, but because it's there. But the bear, yeah, may as well get some hoses, see if I can come up with something useful down there. Alrighty, well, Mortsky would be proud. I got a pretty sweet setup here. It's his favorite. These flexi hose on the bottom. Did the old little S turn down there. That's working good. I got like a Silverado, whatever it is, like the upper rad hose off one there. I got a plug on the other side. So I just plugged it with a slug. And then up here, I'm just going to get a fitting to which I can actually push, you know, I can run this around and actually tap it into there. So that'll actually make my life super easy. I don't have to solder, drill, do anything. So that'll pretty much get my rad covered. Again, I still keep looking at my drain. I haven't done that. So I'm going to have to pry that away or something just so I can fit this in there. Or maybe I'll just put a regular plug in it. I don't know. We'll see what I come up with yet. And I'm not sure what else I'm going to do. I might look for that exhaust manifold and see how bad this side is, what I got to deal with. I know I have to weasel it around the master cylinder. So we'll kind of work on that, I guess. I think it fits, but it hits the master cylinder, so I got to cut the flange off and then figure out what I'm doing from there. So I decided to do this manifold a little different. I didn't take it. I've seen lots of guys on YouTube, they weld them, so I'll experiment and I'll let you know if it works or not. If it fails, whatever. We'll redo it. Not a big deal. Haven't heard any cracking or nothing weird's happened. I got the clearance a little bit for the master cylinder here. It doesn't touch it anywhere. I just wanted a little more breathing room. I think I might wrap a bit of header wrap around this section just so it's not so hot around the master cylinder. With that said, I think I'm going to, I only have a crappy plastic cap, but if I can wrap this up here a little bit, that should be okay, but I might drill it and run a line up and put a little reservoir on the firewall so I don't have to try to get around here to check it. But this clearance around the steering box, I just used some flat plate for that. And this one, well, the end hit the master cylinder and everything, so this is that pipe that I kept from the truck, and it had an O2 in it, so it's got the bung. I'm pretty sure the O2 is the right one, but it might not, I don't know, but at least I can unscrew it and put what I need in there. So we're gonna bolt this thing in, and for now we'll call the exhaust on this side done. The passenger side's fine, there's no problems there, but well, I'll get this on and I'll show you. She's a little tighter on the master, but not a big deal. I think the weld's actually going to be strong and good. Like, I was beating on this thing and the weld didn't break or crack. I have heard no weird cracking with the manifold or anything like that. So it is like a cast steel or something, people say. So I don't know. Lots of people weld them with a MIG welder and fine. I don't know. I've been using my funky filler rod because some of the gaps are pretty monstrous around here. So I just filled it with a lot of weld and filler rod. So anyways, let's bolt her on and I'll show you what it looks like. So here's my manifold. You can't see, but there's like lots of clearance around there. And then it goes over here. You can see it's kind of hovering over my master cylinder. It's not terrible, but it's not ideal either. So I'll probably still wrap that maybe. I don't know. It'll probably be fine if it had a different lid. I don't think the brake fluid would boil or anything. Whatever. I got some header wrap, so I'll wrap some around the manifold. not a problem. And then below, yeah, the pipe exit, so I can kind of make my exhaust from there. Not too worried right now, but it's good enough as it is right now. Now, like I don't have power steering, I'm gonna do the same as the 55. I'm just gonna loop the pump, put some fluid in it, so that'll be fine. This side though, I'm going to have to move my coils because they are super duper close to the oops, this coil. I can't actually use it because it's like right by the heater box. This other one's okay, so I'll have to move this coil up. Not a big deal. Easy to do. Kind of make this just cut. Oops. Just gonna cut this bracket and move it up, and then I can just put my coil on like normal. Hey, buddy. Alrighty, we did some ordering because I don't feel like rebuilding rear wheel cylinders, and at the $6 that they are, I'm just going to throw new wheel cylinders in the back. So I got that. I should have my brake shoes, and I have my drums. So let's at least do some back brakes. I'm going to get that done. That needs to get done. May as well do it. I know it's not very exciting to look at. So we'll do that, and then let's see if I can... Oh, I can get in there, so we can try to massage this big old dent out here too, I guess. Yeah, we'll bust her up a bit, see what happens. Got the brakes are all together. I did not hear anything weird inside there. Like this side felt good. This side, I think it felt good. So I don't know. I have one wheel bearing. I'm going to try it for a little bit, just see if it screws up or not. But I think it'll be fine. Everything went together not too bad. This line broke, but I just reflared it. I was heating up the lines. It was working for me, but it just didn't work on this line. So, and then this one was a bit of a struggle. You ever have that where that line, no matter how hard you try threading it in, changing the angle a wee bit, they just never want to start? Well, that was that one. That was like felt like a 15-minute, 20-minute endeavor to put this one brake line on. But anyways, that is good. I think that's where I'm going to call her tonight. I got to still pull the old... Oh, look at that. It wants to delete itself. Maybe. Oh, it's got a rubber hose there. Look at that stuff. Jeez, eh? All right. Anyways, I'm going to snip that. This is not connected to anything anywhere, so I'm pretty much just going to pull it out. It is junk. Anywho, till tomorrow. Well, I have been digging around the shop and the garage, and I cannot find a drive shaft that has this yoke size. Kind of random. So I'm going to look at the other Merc because I think I saw the transmission in it, so I don't know. Hopefully if I lift it, there's a drive shaft underneath there and I can take that and then modify it to work on here. With any hope it'll work. Anyways, we're going to go jump in the tractor there and see what we can do. Survey says awesome. We got a drive shaft. Okay, see if I brought the right wrenches and if we can get that sucker off. Boy, eh? She's about the same shape as the other one. Pretty crunchy. Success! Hopefully this shaft is long enough that I can use it and just change the end out on it. Oh, Diana, that stinking itchweed, terrible. Ay ay ay. Okay, set the sucker down and bring her to the shop. We did the old hold the drive shaft up to there. It is close. If anything, I have to shorten it a wee bit, which is good because I can do that. But I'm not doing it right now. We're just getting ready to go out and do some stuff. So I guess we'll be back at her tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll be back. We're gonna get that drive shaft fit. I'm gonna bleed the back brakes, and then yeah, then it should stop. We're still working on the driving part. Yeah, one thing at a time. We'll do those and then we'll see what we do next. Ouch. A said flange. A 53. Let's see where our drive shaft is to that. Okay, a loose measurement to the bottom of this cap tells me I got to take an inch out of this drive shaft. Kind of lame, eh? The bottom of there had to be 53. Which is fine, so I can pretty much just cut this, take my inch out, put on my other the proper end to fit on the transmission, and then we're kind of cherry. Our drive line is done. Well, how's that for lucky? On one of my transmissions in the shed, I guess I have one that I've already kind of cleaned up. So that'll make this much easier. So pretty much we're just going to cut off an inch off of here, which is pretty much just to take this yoke off, and then we will fit that one to which fits our transmission. And I know I bought a new U-joint, but this one doesn't feel bad. So we'll grease it up, see it, whatever. We have another one once it goes bad, so it's not a big deal. Just throw it in the glove box. Which reminds me, because I am going to screw this up. I will take that one off right away. And then, yeah, well, let's throw it in the saw, cut her up, stick her in the lathe, good to go. Or do you want my guys to show you how to do this? Ooh, no, that's too hard on that car. We won't do it on this one, showing you how to do the drive shaft on there. Because of that big X frame, it's going to be a big pain in the butt. So we'll do it on the old reliable, the lathe there. Alrighty, we got our drive shaft in. We're good. It's a little snug. I guess I could have come out a bit, but we're good. It doesn't move really at all through the suspension travel. I started trimming up here, so I got to go upstairs, trim out a little more. Then I can put my drain bung in. I have one of my transmission lines. I have to fish the other one underneath there yet. And I'll have the clearance to run the hoses through as well. So I'll set that up, and then I'll have to find a trans cooler. And while it's still up right now, I guess I'm gonna try to bleed these brakes quick. And then I have to clearance this, because that's just, I don't know how well you can see, but that is just too tight for my liking. So I'm gonna pull this manifold off and get that sorted out. Alrighty, brakes are bled. Work, nice. Well, as far as I can tell. I've opened up this line for the peacock. Peacock, is that right? The drain for the rad. I have one line opened up here for the trans cooler, and the other one's got the steel line. I can probably snake it around there, and then I can figure out how I'm connecting it to said non-existent trans cooler yet, depending what model I have. I'll see. I might fish it down under here with the same line. I might not. I took the manifold off, so right now I am in the midst of massaging this thing nicely so that I just have some clearance around the master cylinder. I can get the lid off and stuff, and then I'll steal some of my header wrap over there and put a little bit on here, save the lid of my master cylinder, slam it on, and I don't know, we'll see what we do after that. Alrighty, that should do for what I need. I'm sure somehow I'm using those clips wrong, but I don't know. I think it's just got to hold it in place. So that's about the extent I was doing. I just needed this little section to keep away from the master. So I don't know. Hopefully I helped the cause. Anyways, I'm going to get this back on the car because I got everything else together now. Right, so we got our trans cooler mounted in. I still haven't got the fittings for this thing yet, but that's not a big deal. Manifolds in, we got rear brakes, drive shaft. Yeah, I don't know, I think I did pretty good this round. I want to segue a little bit. I want to plug a couple Canadian channels out there. We have oddballstony out in Ontario there. I guess he still is. It's Oddball Customs. So he's got a bit of stuff going on there. And then I'd like this. There's also LG Speed and Custom. I think he just goes by LG Customs on YouTube. I'll do a little linky thing here for them. But anyways, go check them out. They got some neat stuff going on there. We have most of the mechanical done. I don't think I got to do that tunnel, so that's got to be one of the next things I got to do, just so I can start looking and thinking about flooring and whatever else going on. But anyways, as always, folks, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Later.